This is work on creating a model that can learn arbitrary events in video. In this example, the video is high school football and the events are the plays. The labels are provided per frame, with a 1 being that that frame is part of a play and a 0 being that it's not part of a play. The model was trained on 128 games, providing about 350 hours of football. Once the model was trained, it was tested, run on 20 held-out games, and the words "in play" were overlaid on a frame if the system believes that that frame was part of a play. What you're seeing here are clips from those 20 held-out games. The model is, or frames are fed into a CNN, which is then fed into an RNN, which runs the full length of the video. The original video resolution is pretty high. What you're seeing here is 256 by 128. What's actually fed into the model is 128 by 64 grayscale, so about a quarter of the pixels. There's 95% agreement with the hand labeler on these 20 held out games, and that's agreement with the label per frame label. Okay, so just some observations. It performs well. Each game is very different. There are differences in the lighting, the camera pose, the camera movement, the zoom. The fields are different, the uniforms are different. It handles all of those well. It handles the different types of plays well. So, there are runs, passes, punts, field goals, kickoffs. It handles all of those well. It also handles the start and the end of play. And the end of play is kind of impressive because that's a bit more ambiguous. It's also able to learn the pattern of plays very well. So, it generally plays begin and then they go for a while and they end. There aren't, frames that drop from being a play to not being a play. And it learns that pattern from the labels very well. So you'll see that, there aren't these little spurious drops of the in-play. And then finally, it rejects play-like moments very well. So when a play is not going on, the players will be running around and sometimes running around mixed with, players from the other team. It does a good job of rejecting those sorts of moments as not being plays. So in summary, the untrained model here is generic. It can be used, elsewhere. It's nothing specific to football. I'll provide a link in the description to a longer version of these clips, and I'll also provide a link to a full game that's fully labeled, one of those 20 held out games, so you can take a look at that. All right, thank you.